gotten pretty far along. Remember, when we skip count, we're always going to start at 0. Help me do this first one. So my first number is 0. I'm adding 8. Means my second number is going to be what? 8. Plus 8 is going to be
16.
Plus 8,
24.
How many 8s did it take me to get to 24? How many 8s? Peter?
3.
Yep. So 3 plus 8. 3 plus 8 to get to 24. So it's me saying plus 8 3 times to get to 24. Alright, so let's do the second one. Starting at 0. I'm adding 4 because I'm skip counting by 4, which means the next number is
4.
4. Plus 4 is
8.
plus 4 is
12.
plus 4 is
16.
plus 4 is
20.
plus 4 is
24.
plus 4 is
28.
plus 4 is
32.
plus 4 is
36.
plus 4 is
40.
That's where I want to stop. That's where I want to stop. How many plus 4s did it take me? How many plus 4s? Aiden?
10.
10. Took me 10 plus 4s to get to 40. Okay? That's just trying to get our brain back to thinking about skip counting and how that can help us with our patterns. Okay? Peter, you have a question?
It's probably,
What's that?
it's probably more than skip.
What do you mean? Okay. So we good? Feeling good about skip counting, Ashley? Yes?
Yes.
Alright. So we're going to move into, let me go back for a second. We're going to take this knowledge and we're going to move into what I call equal groups. So if you would please title, you can draw a line under the work that you just did or turn the page, whatever you have enough space. Title your next page equal groups. Okay? And I'll let you in on a little hint. You've already learned multiplication. I've already taught it to you.
Skip counting is multiplication.
Skip counting is multiplication. 10 plus 4s, I could just write that as 10 times 4. And I would get the same thing. Same thing with 3. Please stop talking while I'm talking. Thank you. 3 plus 8. I could write that the exact same way as 3 times 8. So guess what? Give yourself a little pat on the back. You already know how to multiply. Not so hard, is it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna learn another way that's a little quicker, because sometimes when we skip count, it can take a long time, especially if we have a lot of numbers to do.
100.
So we're gonna learn equal groups today, and you recognize that from your homework. That's what your homework is tonight. Now this is a story problem. Take a look up there. That's a story problem. What's the very first thing we need to do when solving a story problem? Very first thing. Eva, read it. We gotta know what in the world we are doing. So it says, Miss Miller is making banana pudding for a picnic on Saturday. She bought 4 bunches.
Perfect timing.
Okay.
Any second.
Lovely. Okay, she bought 4 bunches of bananas. Each bunch had 5 bananas. How many bananas did Miss Miller buy? Okay, so I I need bananas. I'm buying bunches of bananas. Do you know what I mean by a bunch? Like when they're all grouped together. You know what I'm talking about? Thumbs up if you know what a bunch is. If you've seen a bunch of bananas where they're all connected. Okay, so they're all connected. It kind of looks like that. Bunch of bananas. Okay, and I need to know how many. Okay, so I understand the problem. Step 2 in my story problem. Kaden, what am I counting? Bananas. So I'm going to go ahead and leave me a space. Go ahead and do this on your paper too. Let's see. Miller needs blank bananas with a period. Because remember, my question is, how many bananas did Miss Miller buy? Then my answer would be Miss Miller, about instead of needs, maybe bought. Bought blank bananas. Okay? Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Try rest. Okay, so I've read the problem. I know Miss Miller is buying bananas in bunches. And I know that she needs to know how many. Okay? So Miss Miller bought 4 bunches of bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw 4 bunches of bananas. Remember that you need 5 bananas in each bunch. Grab and go back, grab my. Alright, so before we had all that excitement, we had read our problem. We kind of started to understand what was happening in the problem, and we figured out that our unit was bananas. Specifically, the bananas that Miss Miller had bought. So we wrote our unit down, and then now you're drawing your 4 bunches with 5 bananas in it. Okay, so I have my 4 bunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I have 4 bunches, and then I have 5 bananas in each bunch, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 in this bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I could do that for everyone to make sure that they all have 5. I knew there were 5 bananas in each bunch because it tells me right in the problem. Each bunch had 5 bananas. It also tells me that I have 4 bunches. Yes, ma'am, Ashley? I'm glad you bring that up. So some of you are artists and will start drawing out your bananas. Please don't do that. If you started doing that, that's okay. But yes, I do not want you to actually draw bananas. That would take forever. I did this a second ago. But from here on out, we're going to use what's called a visual model. So we're going to use something that we can easily draw, like a circle, to represent something. Okay? So if you've already started your bananas, go ahead and erase them. We don't need them. We're going to instead draw giant circles for our bunches. How many bunches do we need again? 4. So I have my 4 bunches. They're my big circles. And I'm going to use dots to represent my bananas. Okay? How many bananas are in each bunch? It's in the problem if you're not sure. Natalie? 5. 5, so my dots are yellow just because I can make them yellow. Yours can be regular color. Oops, I didn't make that. Well, I'm going to have to do a different color dot now. So I didn't make that. Okay. How about yellow? Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do those dots represent? What do those dots mean in my problem? What do my dots mean? What do my yellow dots mean? Bananas. My yellow dots mean bananas. So I have 5 in this bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in that bunch. What might be a strategy that I use to figure out how many bananas, remember bananas are the yellow dots, that I bought? What might be a strategy? Look at what I've done so far. Remember, I need to figure out how many bananas I bought. How am I going to do that? Lauren?
Count all the dots in the circle.
I could count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oops, I started raising them. Okay? What might be another strategy? We just learned one. We just learned a strategy. What was that strategy, Susanna? Well, we haven't quite. What was that? Not sequence counting. What was it called? Go ahead. We could do repeated addition. So we have 5. Let's go back to black. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That is repeated addition. We have 5 bananas, 5 bananas, 5 bananas. Sure. We could do repeated addition. What else could we do? What else could we do, Rachel? Skip count by 5. So we would do 5, 10, 15, 20. Somebody tell me the answer sentence with the answer in it. Tell me the answer sentence with the answer inside of it. Okay? Miss Miller bought 20 bananas. Does anyone not know where 20 came from? Yes. Yeah, where did 20 come from? Kate said Miss Miller bought 20 bananas. Where did that 20 come from? How did she get there? She could have skip counted by 5. Kaylin? She could have just added 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Very good. Yeah. Jaden?
So, she's adding bananas?
Yes, she's adding only bananas. Okay? You could have just added them all up. That's a great strategy too.
If you don't say, Miss Miller bought 20 elephants.
Yes, we do have our unit from way back at the beginning. So we made a plan, we drew our picture, and we solved it. What's the very last thing that we need to do when we solve our story problem? Eva? Check your work. Now we don't necessarily know. Yes, we're doing repeated addition, but this would not be a good problem to do subtraction on. Remember how we talked about addition and subtraction are opposite? So for here, we're just going to have to make sure that it makes sense. If I'm buying bunches of bananas, does it make sense that I would end up with quite a few bananas? Yes, because they're all stuck together. So I think this makes sense to me. Okay? So I want you... Oh, we already went over some strategies. Let's list them again, though, just so everyone's on the same page. One strategy that we used to solve this. One strategy. Hayden, give me one. What's that? Well, that would be the first step. What was the math strategy that you used when we were solving it? Right back here. What was the math strategy? Yeah, how could you do that? So skip counting was definitely one strategy. If you want to write these strategies down, you can. Remember, you can always use them. Skip counting was a strategy. Some of you do that automatically, you don't even realize it. What was another strategy? Marley? Repeated addition. Repeated just means over and over again. We could just count all the dots individually. I'm just going to put counting. We could just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could do that. What was the picture called? Remember, we drew a picture to help us figure it out. What was that picture called, Kaylin?
Unit.
No, it wasn't our unit. Eleanor? A visual model or just equal groups. Every group had the same amount. I will tell you, drawing pictures, those equal model pictures, is my favorite way to do it. So anytime you're going to see me doing math up here, I'm probably going to draw a picture, because that's how my brain likes to work. Yes?
I was gonna say another one.
Go for it.
Addition.
Yeah, so just repeated addition? Yeah. Yeah. Alex? Alright, I want you to write this next thing in your notebook in giant letters. Yep. Repeated addition and multiplication are the same thing. They do the exact same thing.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Excellent.
I was just making it in capital letters like I have. But this is important information. Repeated addition and multiplication are doing the same thing. They're doing the exact same thing. Repeated addition and multiplication are the same thing. They're doing the exact same thing. Sure. I just want to make sure you get that down because that's going to be very helpful for you. Just put that in your writing folder, please. Thank you. You're good. You're good. So repeated addition and multiplication do the same thing. So you already know how to multiply.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
So we could use our secret weapon.
It is kind of like a secret weapon. We're going to learn some strategies to make it go a little faster. But repeated addition and multiplication do the exact same thing. So now, when someone older, maybe in 5th grade, or a brother or sister try to trick you and give you a multiplication problem, you can figure it out. Okay? It is, and that's okay, because we're going to continue working with this. We have a long way to go with multiplication. I promise. Yes, ma'am?
Can we use repeated addition for division?
We'll get there. Division's going to not be for a little while, but we'll get there. Okay? And we'll talk about that mainly. Alright, but right now you need to know that repeated addition and multiplication are the same thing. They're doing the exact same thing. So let's see if we can make a multiplication equation. Okay? Let's see if we can make a multiplication equation. Let's go back to our problem. If you need to copy it, look at a neighbor. So we had 4 groups, and each group had 5 in it. So I'm going to say 4 groups times, and I have 5 bananas, right? I'm going to be a little more specific. Bananas. Times 5 bananas is going to give us, we found out, 20. So 4 groups of bananas times 5 bananas per group. That means there were 5 bananas in each bunch, each little group, gave us 20 bananas. And Harley just checked me by doing skip counting, which we said was one of our strategies that we could use. Harley likes to use skip counting, and you know what? That works for her. So again, to go back just to see it a little bit better. So I have 4 groups, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, 4 groups of bananas. I'm multiplying by 5 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in each group. And I'm ending up with 20 bananas. Okay? There's your multiplication sentence. Make sure you add that somewhere near your model. Yes, ma'am?
Mr. Paskey's, we learned groups of, like, for a multiplication.
Perfect. And you're going to notice, look, groups of. That's a good connection, Lauren, to what you're learning in Math Lab. Groups of bananas. Very good. Yes.
And he also told us that multiplication is a bad word. We always have to say groups of.
I can dig that. I can dig it. I can dig it. Yes? I like it. Yes.
Can we make up our own sentences, like?
We will get there, but right now, Eva, I'm going to have you try this one. And I actually have it cut out, so I'm going to have you put it in your notebook so you don't have to write it. When you get it, glue it in your notebook, and then try and solve this